In 2023, we traveled across 23 different states to tell some incredible stories and buy some pretty cool card collections. But on the back side of that, we also get to do something that's pretty fun. We get to sell sports cards. In fact, this is how we make a living at Chasing Cardboard, because we sell a good majority of the cards that we come across. Now, we have a variety of ways that we do that, but the two primary channels are Whatnot and eBay. We sell direct and we also use auction houses, but for today's video, we're gonna reference our two online channels, Whatnot and eBay. In 2023, we actually completed over 31,000 transactions across all of our online platforms. That is a lot of individual orders and a whole lot of work. But in the midst of that, we sold some cards that were pretty memorable. Today, I'm going to show you 10 of the most memorable cards that we sold for the year. Okay, card number 10 is the 1998-99 Skybox Premium Anthony Hardaway. That's Jam Insert. Came back as an SGC 7, and this card came from Nancy's collection in Texas. It's not incredibly valuable, but it's a card that just demonstrates the depth of the 90s and early 2000s basketball insert market. And it's one of those rare cards that forces you to think about food. We found 3 of these cards, these That's Jam cards in the collection, including the Kobe Bryant, but we sold this Penny Hardaway for $104. Number 9 on the list is the 2020 Bowman Chrome Bobby Witt Jr. Atomic Refractor numbered to 150, BGS 9.5. This is the only card that I sold from my personal collection, and everybody knows that I love chasing Bobby Witt Jr. So when I got the offer for this card, I immediately put the $585 into 2 more PC cards that I wanted. I grabbed this Bobby Witt Jr. rookie auto, and I also grabbed this Michael Porter Jr. numbered out of 10 gold rookie. And I still had an extra $75 to spend for Christmas gifts. Number 8 on the list is the 1997 Topps Finest Mark McGwire Embossed Gold Refractor. It's a BGS 9.5. This is a card that we grabbed at a local collection way back in 2022. I knew it was pretty rare, so I was very selective over the offers I was receiving. Finding high grades with the embossed refractors back in the late 90s was very difficult. We only had about $300 into this one, and we sold it for $1,317. Number 7 is the 2017 Bowman Chrome Mega Box Shohei Ohtani SGC 10. This card came from the Ricky collection out of Tennessee. This is one of the more significant cards because it was one that both snuck up on us and it saw a really nice price bump just from getting gem minted at SGC. We ended up selling this particular Ohtani for $1,444, and it helped us accelerate our payback on that particular collection. Number 6 on the list is the 1998-99 Bowman's Best Hakeem Olajuwon, numbered out of 100, Atomic Refractor. Every so often you pursue a card that you know in your gut has a strong potential to increase in value. That can be either from a high grade, some nice scarcity, or just some obscurity that causes it to get a premium. Well, this Olajuwon is a local pickup from a seller in Post Falls, Idaho. I paid $200 for that card in raw condition and added that to a recent PSA order. After it came back at 10, I knew we had something really special. It sold for $1,584, and it blew away all of my expectations with that card. Number 5 is the 1990 Score Football Emmitt Smith number 101T supplemental rookie and a PSA 10. In our most popular episode of 2023, we headed out to Kaufman, Texas, and we spent $52,000 on a collection from Dan. There were some huge cards in that collection that drove most of the price, i.e. Patrick Mahomes and a couple of Luka Doncic cards. But one card that sold from leftovers was the 1990 Score Football Emmitt Smith supplemental rookie. In a PSA 10, it surprised even me. It sold for $1,900, and it stood out because it was just a nice reminder that in that era, 88 to 93, you can still find some pretty high dollar cards and make a pretty penny if you keep your eyes open. Number 4, 2002 Topps Chrome Tom Brady numbered out of 599 black refractor in an SGC 9. Now, This card might be the one on the list that we really hesitated to sell. We look at Tom Brady and we look at the scarcity, and very rarely do you get to own cards that just carry so much upside. And the 2002 Topps Chrome Tom Brady Black Refractor is just one of them. It graded a SGC 9, and it probably was a pretty good target to crack out of that case and submit back into PSA to get in one of their slabs. But we decided to run a 10-day auction on it, and it cleared $2,075. A great price for the card, but even then, we still had second thoughts on selling it. Number 3 on the list is extremely fresh on my mind because we sold it in the last sale that we had in 2023, and it came from our most recent episode, and the last one we posted in 2003 with Rob in Akron, Ohio. This is the 2004 Throwback Threads Babe Ruth dual bat jersey relic numbered to 10. And cards like this don't have a lot of comps because, frankly, they don't hit the market often. So we had it going anywhere from $700 to $1,900, and we were really nervous because we were running this card during our live Whatnot auction. Be sure to follow us on Whatnot. Now, it cleared $2,400, and it's a super special card, and I think it found a good home, but even then we hesitated because we thought, oh, how often are we going to see this card ever again? Number 2 on the list was the 1998 Topps Chrome Kobe Bryant, numbered out of 100 refractor PSA 10. Okay, for this one, let me just set the context. We go buy a collection in the mountains of Idaho, and it's a Jordan collection. It's being driven by some key Jordan cards. It was an incredible collection and a great deal for us. But we got surprised when the Jordan rookie and the Jordan sticker rookie both came back with less than desirable grades. Much less desirable. But thankfully, we got a call from PSA about a month after we submitted the final order from that collection. And it required PSA to upcharge me $500 on a grade. What did I miss is what I was thinking. Well, it appears the 1998 Topps Chrome Kobe Bryant numbered out of 100 refractor graded a PSA 10. And PSA valued it over $5,000 because of that. That card snuck in as one of the biggest surprises of any collection this year. And it sold for $6,900. Number 1 on the list is one of my favorite cards that we've ever had. This one stands out and is probably one of the more valuable cards that we ran through any of our channels in the last 2 years. And it is a card that we found through Harlan and his family in West Virginia, and then we had on consignment. It came from an amazing West Virginia collection from an amazing family. I could have picked about 10 other cards from that particular collection, but there was just something special about the 1921 American Caramel E121 Babe Ruth. We submitted it, it came back a PSA 1, and it ended up selling for $15,500. And it's one of those cards that felt like every penny was worth it. In hindsight, I wish I could have negotiated just a little bit better and purchased that card for my own collection. But ultimately, I'm glad it went to another great collector. Now, 2023 was filled with some spectacular cards, and these 10 that we just showed just scratched the surface of the stories that cards get to tell. We can't wait for you to see what crazy cards we uncover in 2024. But in the meantime, here are my 2 favorite episodes from 2023. If you haven't checked them out, go watch them now. Keep chasing.